Welcome to Diane's World. I will show you how to make these beautiful flowers using fondant. We will be making it using 4 colors: fuchsia, purple, white, and pink. If you don't have pink, you can make it using food coloring. These are easy to find and work really well. But first you need to make sure that your fondant is properly stretched. So we will do this by pulling it apart and putting it back together, trying to stretch it. Stretching the fondant makes it easier to manage. It's really important if you want your creations to come out smooth and not crack under pressure. In order to make the pink fondant, you will need a tiny bit of food coloring. Only put a pinch. This is all you need for great results. Knead it until you see an even tone all around. It should look something like this. If you don't have the tone you want, you can always add a little bit more coloring. We will also have to stretch the fuchsia and the purple. So repeat the same process, pulling it and putting it back together until it stretches. You need to make sure your hands are clean before you start with the fuchsia. Before we start mixing and making the flowers, you need to clean your surface. Keep it clean at all times to avoid mixing the wrong colors together. Now roll your fondant into this shape. It will allow us to be able to make even cuts. We will be making 3 flowers, one using the purple and the fuchsia, another one using the fuchsia and the pink, another one using the pink and the white. We're ready to go. We will start by rolling the white fondant into about the shape of your finger. We will be using our finger to measure, so just place your finger at the end and cut out 1 petal. Repeat this until you have enough petals. Then you want to roll each of them into a round ball. Once you are done, we will begin with the pink. The pink should be just slightly bigger than the white. Then you do the same thing again, use your finger to measure. What I am doing now is counting the balls because I want to have 6 white and 4 pink balls. Once you have all the balls ready, you will start to flatten them out one by one. You should take your time with this. Make sure all the sides are even. It should be round, almost round. It doesn't have to be perfect, but try to keep it consistent. Then we will mix the two colors, which will give us a beautiful pink and white pattern. We will be making all these flowers without using any tools, just your fingers, just your hands. So try to have fun with it. Once we have all the petals, we will roll the first one to look just like that. And then we will take the second petal and just wrap it around it like a blanket. And then we will just keep repeating this process. When it is finished, it will look something like this. And this is a simple, small flower. There will be an excess of fondant at the bottom, and you can just twist and cut this off. You can use that to make an extra petal if you want to. I am satisfied with mine like this, so I will just put it aside. And we can move on to our second flower. The next flower I will show you how to make is the pink and the fuchsia flower. We will repeat the same process as with the first flower and measure with our fingers. I will be cutting out 6 fuchsia balls and 4 pink balls. Again, like before, we will start to flatten out all the balls into petal shapes or round shapes. Now I'm making a bigger flower here, so that's the reason why the balls are bigger. Mixing the colors together is going to give us a very nice effect with each petal. These petals will have a fuchsia and pink look, and it looks a little bit natural and makes for a pretty flower. You can of course increase or decrease the size of each color depending on how much pink you want or how much fuchsia you want, and get that effect that you are looking for. So we are going to repeat the same process as with the first flower, which is rolling the first petal and wrapping the other petals around it. You will notice that I am lifting the previous petal and placing the next one underneath it. Again, with the excess fondant, you want to just twist and cut it off. You can use that for an extra petal if you like. but I like mine just as it is, so I will be putting it down, and we will move on to our next flower. For the next flower, we will be using purple and pink. We will repeat the process of rolling the fondant and measuring them with our fingers. For this flower, I was careful to have 1 part purple and 1 part pink. And you can just put this together and then roll it around each other. That is going to be the center. And then, like before, you will start by wrapping all the petals around this center. Try to make sure that the bottom of the petal is thinner. I just noticed that this worked better for me. And you should be left with something like this, and you can just cut off the excess fondant at the bottom and use it to make an extra petal. And there you have it, your flowers are ready. Beautiful. So what I am doing here is just flattening out the ends of the petals just to give it a lighter look. And then I like to pinch the middle of the petal just to give it a bit of an edge. I just like the way it looks. I will be painting the edges of the petals with some gold paint. It is gold dust paint mixed with a little bit of alcohol, and it gives it a really nice finishing look. The paint is edible and non-toxic, so you have nothing to worry about. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. See you next time.